Hello, I'm Pastor Jason Nicholson. I serve out at Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Laurel. I also provide pastoral care over at the Crossings out in Laurel. I learned some habits when I was doing CPE, clinical pastoral education, at Stanford Hospital in Palo Alto, California. I found that whether it was a good time and a happy time because someone just finished treatment and was being discharged from the hospital, or whether it was a sad time when someone just got a terrible diagnosis, when someone just passed away, when people were just struggling because they were going through a really hard time in life. No matter what the circumstances, I found myself continually turning to the Psalms. These beautiful words that we find in the Psalms speak to us in the good times, and they speak to us in the times that aren't always good. And frankly speaking, I think that we all find ourselves in a time right now that isn't the greatest. It's a time of isolation. It's a time sometimes of disconnect, time of loneliness, a time of anxiety, of unknowns. And I find myself turning back once again to the Psalms, to hear these beautiful words, to help me through my time in my own personal devotion, but also corporately. And so I offer to you some words today from Psalm 18. The introduction says, "To the leader, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord, who addressed the words of the song to the Lord on the day when the Lord delivered him from the hand of all of his enemies, and from the hand of Saul. And he said," in verse 1 through 3, "I love you, Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so I shall be saved from my enemies." For me right now, these words speak comfort in a time full of anxiety and unknowns. I hear and I believe those words in verse 1. I love you, O Lord, my strength. For me, relying on God for my strength in this time allows me to persevere, allows me to know that this time that we are going through is only temporary. For I know that the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. It is my God in whom I take refuge, who protects me and offers me salvation. And therefore I call upon my Lord, my God, our God, who is worthy to be praised in all times and in all places, in good times and in bad, in times of struggle and in times of great joy. For we shall be saved through the love of God. Blessings of grace and peace and love from our God in these anxious times.